When my opponent isn't punching, that's problematic for me. Like every time I catch people in sparring, it's counter punching. And I can go on the offensive, which is what I did, but when a fighter Dillon enters the bout trying to survive and not fight, it's gonna change the dynamic. Like you just have your hands up the whole time. He just is avoiding the headshot.
So my question to that is, we saw you wall bag him a couple times, which is, what we've always hoped and prayed for, because you do that drill and training the entire time. But what was your fear in really staying in the pocket when you knew that he wasn't throwing shots, like really staying deep in the pocket? Was it the eye, or what was preventing you from staying where you needed to be to get that knockout? Because there's a lot of people talking about it today. The fact that you survived, the fact that you won the fight, which you did in pretty respectable fashion, but weren't able to get the knockout, is something that some people were talking about.
I'll be honest, I was disappointed. It was my first thought when the fight ended. I really wanted to knock this guy out, but me and you were talking about it. The way it ended might have been the best outcome, because my ego would have been like, yeah, I knocked him out. But we got to see Dillon expose himself for the fucking clown and disgrace to combat sports that he is. He shot himself in the foot, bro. You're not even good at the thing you said you're good at. He tried to do a guillotine choke on me. He pulled guard. He tried to take me down in a boxing match.
Yeah.
And failed miserably.
No, you didn't fail. You stuffed it.
How
bro.
embarrassing.
You stuffed 2 takedowns,
How embarrassing.
a guillotine, and even got a ground and pound on him. Like he's asking for an MMA fight with you, and I'm watching this now, and after running the tape back,
beat his out.
Do you do it?
He threw more punches at Neil than he did at you.
He threw more punches than my security guard. Yeah.
Do you take an MMA fight with him?
No, you know why? I said I would if he gave me his whole purse, which is not gonna happen, obviously.
He's giving that to Nina.
We'll see, but nah, bro, he doesn't deserve the platform. We saw the kind of person he is. I walked into the arena to booze. I left to cheers. No one likes that dirty fight shit, bro. You came to box. Like, respect the sport. Respect me as an opponent. Back up your words. Are you a man? You can't talk that much shit for 3 months. You can't try to ruin someone's life and then come in there with that kind of performance.
And I think that's what's being echoed on Twitter right now. We had Eddie Hearn on the pre-show, and there's been a lot of back and forth conversation around fight promo. Is it just the fight game? That's the fight game. Like, what, anything goes. Eddie Hearn, boxing purist, classic traditional boxing guy, sat down on the pre-show and very vividly said, like, if this was a traditional boxing bout, he would not have survived until the fight. The other opponent would have gone out and made that conversation stop. So in Eddie Hearn's, not saying that you would do that. You've got brands, you've got a million things going on.
What do you mean? You're talking about like
100%
beating his ass
street shit
in real life?
And that was Eddie Hearn's sentiment on the pre-show. Basically, this would never have flown. So all those people saying, yo, that's the fight game, it's in fact not the fight game. It's very much a part of the new fight game, the social media antics, the content creator space. But the idea that you were going to go after another fighter's fiance for months on end, day after day after day, relentlessly, without getting your shit pushed in the fucking street wasn't the case before this. And I think even more so now, after that embarrassing show up, I mean, Eddie Hearn basically said he should never fight. He should never be, fighting again.
Who would hire this guy to fight? He sucks. He literally sucks. And to answer your question about why I don't think I was able to get the knockout, I was fighting too conservatively, because in the beginning when I realized, yo, this dude actually sucks as a boxer, I'm gonna beat his ass. I can pick him apart for 6 rounds. If I get the knockout, great. But as we know and we've learned in training, when you're going for the knockout and you're attempting to put power behind your punches, it doesn't come as easy. It comes kind of effortlessly, and I didn't want to make a mistake and get caught on some dumb shit after beating his ass for fighter. Who knows? I was waiting for him to throw.
Well, you saw what he was throwing, and I want to ask you, was because this is the question that I think will come down to making decisions or having sentiment towards your ongoing boxing career. Jake will get punched in the face right down the fucking pipe until that whole shit is leaking all over him. KSI's not scared to get hit. When you saw the the power or lack thereof that Dillon was putting on those shots. What was the reason why you were scared out of the pocket to stay in there and actually fucking tear his head off?
Because while I feel so blessed in life and there's an angel on my shoulder that somehow always has my back and helps me come out victorious, I also feel like sometimes there's an equal and opposite force on the other side that inhibits me in ways that are so inexplainable.
Hey guys, if you like that clip, hit the subscribe button. And if you want to see more zany clips, click the video right here.